Hey everybody, it's Maddie
and Linnea.
Welcome back to What the Youth. So right now we're just approaching some of the booths and let's go take a look.
I'm here with
Hannah Ross, my healthy sweet tooth. Hi, everyone.
And do you want to give us a little bit of information about your stand?
Sure, of course. My booth is a bake sale. As you can see here, I whipped up 3 of my favorite, most delicious, versatile treats. Here we have a banana bread bundt cake, mint chip muffins, and finally, lemon almond sugar cookies. However, all the proceeds to the mint chip muffins will go to the Medfield food cupboard, so please stop by my booth if you want a taste of something sweet.
Hello, I'm back and I'm here with
Abby Todd.
Do you mind telling us a little bit about your booth?
For sure. So my name's Abby Todd. This is a bit odd art. I started this a few months ago, and it was basically a way for me to put my collages onto different trays, and then that kind of expanded out into making these custom phone cases with resin. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Abby Todd Art, or a bit odd art, either way you spell it. But yeah, I grew up in Medfield. I always loved the arts department. I was an art major in college, and I'm back, and yeah, you get $25 off the exhibitor fee if you live in Medfield, so it's a sweet gig.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
I'm here with Jacqueline Smith, the first-time author of Daisy's Journey. Jacqueline, do you mind telling us a little bit about your booth and your story in your book?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jacqueline Smith. I was born and raised in Medfield, lived here for the first 30 years of my life. I've always wanted to be an author, and I've had Daisy for 25 years, and Daisy took ill the spring of 2019, and it prompted me to write her story. She's had a life of adversities, timings, and miracles. And I wrote her book in 2019 to spread hope, inspiration, and encouragement to the world through her story. She's had an amazing life, and she's an amazing pet, and I love her dearly. And I just want the world to know that I'm here to promote her story and inspiration, hope, and encouragement to the world through her story.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, and best of luck.
Very much.
I'm here with Mary Melody Music Academy. Do you mind explaining your booth?
Oh, sure. So we are a music school that gives like in-home lessons, music lessons to other kids and students, and sometimes adults, to the town of Medfield. Well, we're based in Westwood, but our teachers go to students' homes, and then you can just visit our website, and then it has all the information there. We do all sorts of lessons for all the different instruments.
Hello, I'm here with Nana's Camp Crafts and More. Do you mind explaining a little bit about your booth and your business?
Yes, I make hair bows, pins, magnets, and out of bottle caps.
Here with Mom Life Health and Wellness. Do you mind telling us a little bit about your business?
Yes, so we are a physical therapy business that focuses on helping women who are pregnant, postpartum, or have any issues with pelvic health. We have a website. It's www.momlifehealth.com.
Do you mind talking about what your role is today, today, and how's it going so far?
So I'm volunteering for Medfield Student Council, and we're looking at the floats and bouncy houses. And so I'm collecting the tickets for this mallet, hammer situation here.
Have you gone on any of the bounce houses?
Unfortunately, I have not got a chance to go to bouncy houses yet. Maybe later.
Fingers crossed for the future.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So we've approached the Dwight Derby House.
My name is Nathan Hale, right? And I died as a spy for the British. I mean, actually for the Americans, but the British hung me in New York City. And I'm the one that said, I only regret I could only give one life for my country.
Oh, a very famous
Don't you?
line.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Nathan Hale actually stayed at the Clark Tavern and came through Medfield. But this is the Dwight Derby House, which has nothing to do with Nathan. And the Redcoats never really made it to Medfield. but that's okay. The Connecticut militia did. And so the Dwight Derby House is circa 1697. It was well, we know the Dwight family was one of the first 13 families that, if you go up, remember from high school? Yeah,
Oh, yes, yeah.
They're one of the 13 families that made it to, that settled Medfield. But history is full of, sometimes it takes hundreds of years to figure out what really happened. So they have something called dendrochronology. So they can go in and they take little core samples in the wood and they can find out when that tree was actually felled. So the oldest tree that was felled was 1697. So even though it's nice to think it's 1651, it's really 1697.
Can you tell us anything about the Dwight Derby House and then like the reenactment that we just had and saw?
So it's not a reenactment because according to all the books, it never happened. There were never British troops in town, and there were never any supporters of the king, loyalists in town. But the reality is everyone that lived in Medfield was a British citizen, and everyone that lived in Medfield a lot of the people still felt the king was the true driver of in this case running the whole show, right? So today we wanted to celebrate the fact that a lot of towns like Medfield helped declare independence from England and helped with the effort to become independent. And because they had a silly idea, according to the king, which was to have every person be able to vote and determine their own destiny. And the king felt that he was the one qualified to determine their destiny. So we wanted to get these folks together today with the main objective to bring history back to Medfield, remind people what a part that Medfield played in history, and also to remind them to visit this is to support all the historic buildings in Medfield, which we are continue to lose, but we are encouraged by the fact that we're able to rebuild the Dwight Derby House, all the different places in Medfield, from the grist mill to the Peak House. Support these places in town, and your history will appreciate it, and we won't have to do another one of these if there's plenty of money that comes in. But we certainly had fun.
Okay, thank you so much. That was great.
You're welcome.
So here we have the barn. What is the significance of this barn?
It's the history of the building itself and the history of the people that lived during the years that this house existed. Old things like old plows and old wagons and old implements and hand saws is all the history of the...
Wonderful. So these are all the tools that were used by the family who lived here?
Some of them were. Some of this stuff that's in here was donated by others as a charitable donation, I'm sure. This wagon here was not with the house originally, but it was donated. But since it's so historic, it's been kept here. It's a snow sleigh, snow wagon.
As it is 12:23 now, there are more people coming in to Medfield Day to enjoy these games. It was supposed to rain earlier today, but it is a beautiful day. The sun is now peeping out. And to my right over here, we actually have the choo-choo train going by. And it is more packed, which is lovely. Can you go say subscribe to Medfield TV?
Subscribe to Medfield TV!
Woo!
Watch me on TV! Woo!
Thanks. Fist bump. we hope that you enjoyed this little scramble of Medfield Day for What the Youth. And obviously, as you're seeing this now, Medfield Day was a few months ago. However, it's nice to just bring back the little memories and joys of life and relive them. So that's basically what we're doing within this episode.